All right, it's up. Do we give an intro or something, or just carry on?
You let's just talk. We're in the middle. We need to continue.
They're gonna have to assume whatever is going on the board right now.
All right.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So basically, like, what were we talking about? Yeah. So what if these dashed lines are really like they're not like forces? They're just like distances.
A distance, yes.
It's not a magnitude. It's just a distance. Okay. So let's write a variable for this.
Sure.
Damn it, how do I even, shit.
Try not to use like.
You have to do lowercase. Well, I've already used lowercase, it's shit.
Yeah,
maybe I'll do a capital letter.
Like A, B, C, and D, like that we already have?
No, D with a subscript. So like D, R, A, X, D. I mean, that's just the only way.
Sure, yeah.
I mean, you get the point.
Okay, yeah, no, that
all right, so there we go. So there's the distance between those two. So that's not something that's pulling on either one of them.
Right. That's no longer a perspective
yeah.
of what they are at that point. It's a distance. It's a distance away. So
yeah.
So further away means further or farther? Farther. Yeah, farther away.
Oh shit! I didn't even do this right because I mean actually if you do the assume function, then you have this is actually what XD sees is this, not that. This is what the rock. This is what that would see of that.
Yeah.
This is what this would see. This is what XD would see of our opposite of A. So yeah. So okay. So this is another distance right here.
Wait, why is that the case if that's not the case for XB?
What do you mean?
What happened?
This is XB's distance from XA.
Okay,
this is what XB sees of XA.
Okay, I see. Yeah.
And this is what XA sees of XB.
Yeah.
The right angle is where it comes from or whatever.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Just like taking a cosine or a sine or whatever. Yeah. Like you get it. All right. So as a distance, the longer it is, the less you can understand. Well, I mean, we've already defined understanding as being like the difference, or just having the fact that they're different or whatever. I mean, so okay, well, see that goes along with it because it means that the farther away it is, it means that all it's saying is that the farther away it is from you, the longer the distance is, and thus the less you understand.
Yeah.
So the more I just kind of railroads back into the original thing. So that works. That makes sense. That makes sense. I would say it makes sense.
I mean, yeah. Okay, so if we do see it that way, let's try it again, like with the same example.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's your dad.
Yeah.
There's you, and there's me.
And there's Ripper or something, or Professor Duncan.
The problem is, in this scenario, your dad had to have affected you in some way, and then that is like, that has. Wait, no, it can be directly to me because at this point, they're not like perpendicular, are they?
What is
not
perpendicular?
XB and XD, they're not.
No.
So they can be directly from you.
Yeah, this is the distance from this is what you see of me.
Yeah.
Right
at that point,
you see ZB of me, even though I'm XB.
Yes.
And then and I see.
You perceive.
Basically I see. Whoa, that's weird. Because that means that
this is my right angle to you, and this is yours to your dad.
Yeah. So yeah, that's interesting. Wait, actually, hold up here, because all right, yeah. So you see that of me. How am I? Wait, I think there's some math that's wrong here because I would not be able to see. Yeah, no. So you see the same. Shit. This is what you see of me, and this is what. Wait, hold up here. No, you. Oh, sorry. I'm getting all confused. Did you see that? I was just like so like. I was like, whoa, dude. No. So this is what you see of my dad through me.
Yes, your dad. But yeah.
You see, this is the entity that's created by my assumption of my. Yeah, and so it's like, do you even see that shit though? Because it's like, I mean, yeah, I guess so.
Okay,
so
seeing, I was looking at it in terms of like what I perceive.
Yeah, perceive. Yeah, that's a better word. Yeah, but this is what you see of me though. This vector or not this distance right here. That's what you see of me.
Yeah. Okay.
So
at
you
this
see,
point in time, at this scene, this is what I see right here.
Yeah. So this vector right here is SD SD. So
No. Oh, wait. Okay.
Yeah, it's a different distance. This is QD. This is SD.
Mm.
So you see SD of me, and you see QD of this entity.
Yeah.
And this entity happens to be the entity that I've created with my assumption of my father.
Yeah.
So yeah, you see how it's this weird like.
Mm.
Yeah. You see. Yeah. Oh God.
Okay, this is a really crazy thing. Get ready for this.
All right,
Sit down. But
metaphysics.
when we're talking about your dad, and okay, so this is what you perceive of your dad, right? And this is what I perceive of you. Okay, at this point, a little further down towards where I am, I had some relation with the opposite or whatever of your dad. What is that?
Oh, this is your line to my dad directly. Right here.
Okay, to your dad directly?
This is this point, because it goes directly to the, wait, hold on.
But how? If this is all your dad is, if your dad doesn't exist beyond this, he's only...
Well, see, why doesn't he exist? I mean, because you're making him exist down there.
Oh, okay. See,
because yeah, exactly.
Imagine you
yeah,
doesn't
because this is all mental, that's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is an entity that does not really exist. This is an appearance of what I think of of XA. So I think this is what you're creating. If you make an assumption of him, it's like, so this is another letter we need. What is after ST? Damn it, I already used T. U. All right. And don't even need space anymore.
Yeah.
UD. UD. All right. So this is UD. You see UD of R negative A, and then you see QD of ZB, which is me seeing XA.
Your dad.
Oh damn! These entities. See, I'm wondering if like it makes sense that you would see this, but then, so is this even like? And so is this like? Is this? And see, this is interesting because think about this entity within itself.
Sure.
It sees like this is what it sees of let's see, hold up. It sees this of ZA. It sees this, it's like, wow. So that thing sees something itself, even though it's just an entity and doesn't even like...
Yeah.
But we're bridging on saying that everything has consciousness, basically. we're about to say that.
Yeah.
But see, I think the distinction here is that not everything has consciousness, but everything has a perspective.
And it doesn't have to be
it doesn't have to be something that they actually, like they're actually... the rock has a perspective because it is a thing as opposed to nothing or everything or neutrality. It's not this. It is something. So that's the point.
This is not a rock. This is not anything near a rock.
This is just an entity. Yeah.
Imagine everything that has happened, like that has affected some infinity of things that have come to converge at this one point, right? Yeah. And so these themselves are small, like details, or I want to say thoughts, or some kind of energy even. And that's how your father has affected you, how your mother, how everybody,
everything is
until now. Yeah. All those infinities.
Well, let's write this out on like a line here. There's actually way too much shit on the side of this. So we need this. No, that's fine. We can use it if I just erase all this bullshit that's right here.
Do they need the office thing?
No, I'm not gonna erase that. I'll erase this part.
Okay. What does it say?
There's different like brand logos and stuff. It's like shh, building alone.
Yeah, it's not important.
I wrote it, but it's not important.
That was a joke.
Alright.
That's on the other side.
It's not working. No. Alright.
You didn't get the office.
Yes. Alright. Oh shit. Oh, whatever. Who cares? It didn't work.
I heard it.
Thanks, man. Alright. It's recovered. Score. Alright, so let's write this out so we start with the blank universe.
Yes.
Blank universe.
Nice.
That's a really stupid way to say that. Alright, so basically, and then we have to say that, so XD is there.
Yeah.
XC is there. XB is there. XA is there. And so we have to say what, and then ZA is there.
Yeah.
ZB, damn, I didn't write the Z right. Alright, ZB is there. Oh, I got, hold on. Wait. Hold on. Shit.
Let's start. Erase these two. Let's start with these four.
Yeah. See, there's something special about these because these are the ones from which the distances all originate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so it's like, well, let's just consider. So and there's other ones. There's infinite. So we just put dot dot. So this is a complete. This is necessarily we could say this, but there's no point in using it because every line in this mathematics, this meta mathematics,
it's gonna get.
So this is a complete universe.
Sure.
With that included.
Yes.
So.
That's one infinity.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Okay, can we define them? Okay, you were saying that's you, that's him, but that's.
We'll put some like. Oh yeah. So all we have to do to define.
It's not just like you, as in that's you. It's you at that point in time. That point.
Well, we can flesh it out because we can say like, yeah. Oh shit. You can just put a parentheses with y in it afterwards every single time.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, the full expression is x a y, and that would be my dad at time y.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, it's not really necessary because we're looking at just one specific thing of time or whatever.
Okay. So we're saying those x a to x d to x infinity are just individuals or beings or whatever at that particular one moment, one scene in time.
Well, I mean, I know all I have to do with that. All I have to do with this is just. See, the thing is, the problem is you don't define stuff by putting equals. You just define stuff by having two things that cancel out. Because it's like because this t and the opposite of y make everything. So it means that t basically the same thing as y.
Yeah, that's interesting notation. Yeah.
The at thing is not. That's not. I mean. You get the point. Yeah. So yeah, it's the point. You don't like you define stuff. You just put the opposite of the thing next to it, and that defines it. But so basically. What were you saying?
Well, I was trying to, I guess as specifically as we can, just get an understanding of xa to x infinity is, what do you call it? Is we're saying that xa is your dad at that one point. That's what it is. Xa is your dad at that one point. What I'm trying to understand is, okay, so this is take the x, right, the lowercase x.
Yeah.
That letter could be any letter or any series of letters, and it is at that particular point. What did those mean?
It's just like a variable. I mean, the problem is that everything on here is two quantities, because they're all vectors. So this is just a magnitude. This is just a distance away from neutrality.
I mean, okay.
So here you go. Here's a definition. So x is like, or shit.
No, instead of putting it in terms, I just want mathematical terms or symbols. I just want to conceptually, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So say what is this? Because this graph could very easily be of some W or something, right?
Yeah.
And what is that W? So is that a particular?
It's just a symbol we're giving it.
Okay. So you're just saying we just happen to give it x, and so this is your dad.
Yes. Yeah.
At
that
one
is
point
him.
Okay.
And we're assuming that he's at the same direction for neutrality as I am, which probably is not the case. But we're doing it for the sake of the demonstration.
Yeah. So we're putting it in 2D format, just.
And we're 2D format is not that big of an assumption. But what we're assuming is that it's the same distance away from neutrality. It has the same. My force is the same magnitude as my father's. But what we're doing in a sense is assuming that all humans are the same magnitude, which they may or may not have.
I don't.
And I think that the magnitudes can change over time. So really, it can be maybe they're all different. And so imagine that it would just be what's the series letter? G, H, I, J. So really, it could be like that, and then you can define all these in terms of the other ones, and you can go crazy with the stuff on that. But I think for the purpose of our demonstration, it's useful to just use x's and just assume that they all, because I'm sure that there could be some point in time when we all do have the same magnitude, or something like that. I mean, I think it's plausible. Maybe it had never happened, but I mean, when shifting magnitudes, you can only go in two directions. So it's possible they all would pass each other at some point.
Yeah. This is so hard to just
visualize.
Two-dimensional kind of. Because okay,
I'll try to draw it in 3 dimensions. I mean,
and that's not the thing though. It's
are we getting this side of the board on the video?
Oh, I forgot about that. One
I
second.
mean, we might.
No, yeah, we are.
All right, good.
You're like halfway in it.
That's fine.
Should I turn
You
it?
definitely see all this stuff, so. Yeah. Oh, did you see that? That guy, like, I was raising my hand up, and the guy thought I was waving to him or something. It was funny. Maybe you were. I mean, I didn't know. So maybe I was. Yeah.
Another universe, maybe you were.
It was fine. X-Files. But yeah.
Okay, so instead of using the word magnitude, can you use another word?
Distance from neutrality.
Okay, and that means what?
I mean, like, how much of something, like, well, you
Okay,
as
you're saying,
it's a number, because, well, you can say that it's remember how I was doing the very simple problem, the very simple universe, it just had a one in the direction of A or whatever. It's just a number, it's just like a quantity that, of like how far you are from being nothing and everything.
And as we were talking here, these are human lifetimes or whatever. So in this human lifetime, this will amount to 0 at the end of the Bible.
Yeah, it kind of, because it goes up and down. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm just trying to.
Or I mean, we're capital N. I mean, 0 is very limiting because it doesn't include the infinite dimension of it. So it's like, might as well just put N. But I get the point. Yeah. You know, see, it's like this. This is just a very simple, universe, and only 2 things in it. But I mean, it's like it's just a distance. So the distance is this is just really some number. What if it was like 6 or something? I mean, it'd be like 6. It would be 6 things in the direction of D, 6 things in the direction of A. Just these different.
Question.
Yeah.
Do these necessarily have to be like 0 or whatever, or because that's the saying 0 plus like an infinite number of zeros is going to be 0. Like the life or time is going to be 0. The neutrality will be reached.
It's always reached. Neutrality is sustained.
At every point.
Edge neutrality is forever sustained. That's a maxim that I have.
So at some point, like if we're making up numbers, this could be like 5. This could be whatever.
Yeah.
And
at all points, everything cancels out to make neutrality, and things shift around, and the other things compensate for it, and it's just like this huge system or whatever.
Okay. Does that necessarily mean the other systems that compensate, as you're saying, have to be this thing's opposite? Or could it be something completely different that somehow cancels out the effects?
Probably.
Okay.
And it's like, well, what do you imagine? Somebody once asked, I was describing this to somebody else, I wasn't doing as good a job of my own notes, and I didn't run the wrong thing, but somebody pointed my Confederate flag and said, what is the opposite of that? And I was like, I don't know what the opposite of a Confederate flag is. It's just an object, What is the opposite of a Confederate, of any object? What is the opposite of you? And so it's like, what made me think of that is that it's maybe it doesn't really exist, but you just when you create this entity or things like add up to make this, or other vectors add up to make this entity or something like that. And so it's just like because there could be like other vector like that, or not like that, but a vector like that, and then other vectors that cancel out and have like a net vector of r to the negative a or something like that. But then that's not even considering how this is like tied to the So it's like but you see the point. Things can cancel out, like add up and make other new vectors and be represented as new vectors, whether or not they actually are, or So it's very very strange, really.
It's interesting to think in terms of opposites, because we like, who are we to define the opposite? Like you say little, like the opposite of that is big, right? We're talking concepts, we aren't even talking like objects. But like relative to what? Like
exactly.
There's no measurement.
There's no way for us to understand what this is. But yet, if we go with the system, people are actually thinking about things in terms of opposite. And so I began to think of opposites as rather related as compared to just like that or that. I'd say these things are much more related than this is just into that or whatever.
Yeah, but related.
Yeah.
Well, wait, imagine that's your dad, right? So so XA is your dad.
Yeah.
What are we seeing as this R or alpha minus A?
Well, I mean, the thing is that if you take an assumption, if you do the same operation, let's do the same.
Question: why is it even alpha minus A? Where'd you get that math from? Like,
where this?
Or the A minus or whatever that is.
Because it's the opposite of that.
So that makes it.
Yeah, we're saying this is the opposite direction of A.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is just like this
gotcha,
math or whatever with the one.
Right.
So the thing is that let's just use this as an example. So if I take 1 in the direction of A, and I do the assume function on 1, negative a, this thing is stand on its own. This is a complete universe because this is nothing and everything. Because if we draw these with the new universe, oh Jesus, another universe. It's oh shit, not an arrow. Or whatever. Maybe negative is actually on the left, or positive is actually on. Who the hell knows? Yeah. It doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. But see, if you take it's like the component. There's no vertical component that's different here. They have the same. They have the same vertical component, and so because they have the same horizontal component. So it's like they're actually very similar. Because they assume. I mean, because if you take the assumption of this, it equals nothing. It is nothing.
Okay. Well, something that I'm very, very curious about is so we're taking this point right here. This is time, and time is this line, right?
Yeah.
So we're assuming that time has. Are we assuming that time has some kind of right, so x-axis, if we're speaking from this perspective, x-axis component, plane, that exists, like that? Because that's in essence, that's what this is. And so you're saying on this x,
yeah. See, I'd say this is the plane of existence or something. Because we're talking, if you go out away from time on this plane, ends up, this is usually things that exist or whatever.
Yeah.
Or not even exist, but things that are perceived, or you get the point.
Sure. Yeah. Whatever they are at that point.
It's kind of
that could be an infinite number of planes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And see, that's very problematic. Because there could be why is this the only dimension we're talking about?
Yeah.
Why are we not going further? It's just but
to get further, it has to get through one of these.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm talking about right here. So we're saying this and this, in terms of opposites or whatever you're saying, is on this particular axis. But if you look in terms of something else that comes out here, that's on the same axis. This has the same. But on that level, it is still just as similar as these two. They could be the same thing almost, But if you look at it at some other plane, right? This that or something. Yeah. This has nothing to do with those other two. Though at that point, those two are not opposites. Yeah. They're different in that one sense.
Wait, I'm not drawing this very well. So this. So then this is
that's a better.
Yeah. So this is one thing. Yeah. And then you also have.
Shoot, I'm writing on the black, so that's kind of messing up the marker. But hope you're.
I don't think he cares. I've never seen him actually use them, so it's okay.
Oh, really?
No, I don't know. Damn.
Okay.
Oh shit. I was like, we lost him. So we fucked up his marker and we lost the eraser. Yeah. So it's okay, this is not even a different. This is not even what I'm talking about, because these are just vectors or whatever. This is not even what I wish you were talking about. So here's one plane.
What is that?
And here is. And so then imagine, because if you just do what I just did, a plane comes out, but it's on the same line as this.
Yeah. At that line segment.
Those are just different vectors or whatever. That's fine. I mean, this goes to that system because it's just turning this around like that. But if you decide to stop working with this line segment and just say this is a point going through a plane, what the hell plane is it going through? Is it going through that plane, or is it going through Oh jeez. So it's are we saying that there's this plane of existence around, or that's on this, and this goes through that, and then the same point, another line goes through it with another plane that's in the direction.
It's not just one plane. There's so many.
Exactly.
This plane, right? That you drew. It could be also what do you call it? Outwards this, right?
Yeah.
So that could be another plane. And at that one point, there are an infinite number of planes going around. And on this other line, same idea.
And so infinite amounts of continuums that are going through or whatever.
Right.
So it's so what even are those? Did we just say there's
No, but that's the thing. All of these, like, what magnitudes that you're calling them, is on just one plane.
Just one plane.
And not just that. This is all just at least this side of things before you consider XD. It's just one quadrant of one plane. In one particular dimension. We're saying
exactly.
There's an infinite number of dimensions out here.
They're gonna be like, "Yes, what you doing?" And I was like, "I'm really dude, metaphysics man." They'll be like, "All right, yeah, we are, man."
Yeah, walk out of here. I just had to change my major.
But my metaphysics major, the most useless degree ever. I'm so bad of an engineer. I mean, like, seriously, that's nothing what I want to do. This is just a circle jerk. Because I actually made a joke about this. You can't try building a bridge with metaphysics. Just imagine it's there and walk off the cliff. Oh, he died. No, you're just believing that. He did what he did. Maybe he didn't die.
Yeah, maybe he didn't.
Not on this assumption. Not on this continuum. On another plane. Oh god. So you can't build a bridge with metaphysics. So we need to stay grounded.
It's all trials, man.
Trials, man. It's the meaning of life. So this is where it becomes very, very strange. But so imagine all these different continuums and stuff, and it's like, so what continuum are we even on, And it's like,
I think we're in a sense are we on all of them? Because like I'm trying to imagine, just take this into consideration. You say this is time, this is what we know as all, right? And this protrudes outwards, and this way all time.